What's good, y'all? It's Ali back at it again with another YouTube video in which I give you guys mental models you can use to become extremely successful and accomplish all the goals you are after. So let's get right into it. So today I want to talk about overwhelm, because a lot of you niggas, bro, you guys are getting too overwhelmed by the goals that you're trying to accomplish. And naturally, this leads to you getting discouraged, makes you not want to work as hard, makes you want to give up, which is obviously super gay. We don't want to be giving up around here. You know what I'm saying? So I want to talk about overwhelm, or how to make sure you never get overwhelmed so you can ensure that you're able to accomplish your goals. So with that being said, let's define overwhelm in the context of you achieving your goals so you guys can really understand this shit. So overwhelm just means thinking about the outcomes you want too much. Okay. So the reason why you might get overwhelmed while you're trying to accomplish your goals is because you're thinking too much about the massive shit you want to accomplish. Because naturally, I want all you guys to be thinking massively for your life. I want you guys to realize that you can achieve massive shit in your life, because you can, right? What's the point of even being alive if you're not trying to achieve massive shit, right? That's what makes life fun, especially as a man, bro. So your goals should be massive. Your dreams should be massive. Your vision should be massive. But you have to be careful to not get overwhelmed by that. Because when you start thinking too much about what you want or the outcomes that you want, you'll be like, shit, man, I have to go through this. I have to learn this skill. I have to gain that capability. I got to do this shit, that shit. Oh, man, this is fucking crazy. Like, it's hard. So to stop yourself from getting overwhelmed, you have to become more present. And essentially what I mean by this is that when you have massive shit that you're trying to do, right? Or even for a better way to explain this, when you're at the bottom of a mountain, let's say you want to climb a mountain like Mount Everest, for example, and you're at the bottom of the mountain, right? And you are looking at the peak. You sit there now and you're like, holy fucking shit, bro. I got to climb all the way up there. I can't even see the fucking top. And I got to climb there and I'm at the bottom right here. You know, that's very overwhelming. It's like discouraging. Whereas if you were like, nope, I'm not looking at the peak. Let me just hook here. I bet. Let me hook here now. I bet. Let me hook here. You see, a lot more digestible there. You know, it's a lot easier for you to just imagine going hook by hook by hook than it is to be like, let me look at this massive goal. Now I feel all this doubt and uncertainty and whatever, and you're just wasting time. Because a lot of you guys waste time because you're thinking about how massive your vision is, and you're not doing anything because of how much it's weighing you down, because you're thinking of it. It's like, God, there's so much shit I got to do. Instead of just thinking, let me just do the shit that I can do today. Let me just go super hard today. What am I doing today? Because basically, once you set your vision, right? Because of course, I'm not saying you can't have a vision. You need to have one for what you're trying to do or a big direction you're trying to head in. Once you have that, you instantly need to bring yourself to the present. And that's even just brings us directly into the actionable step for today, which is really just stay present. That's literally what I want you guys to practice doing. Once you have your vision set and you know what you want to accomplish, now you have to be like, okay, boom, what is the work that I need to do today? You know what I'm saying? How am I getting better today? How am I getting more skills and capabilities today? Right? And when the day's done, you sleep, you wake up, you're like, okay, what am I doing today? You do it again over and over and over again like this until you eventually accomplish your goal, because it's digestible. Rather than, oh my God, I have to do this really big shit. I got to reach this massive goal. And then you fuck yourself up. You feel all this uncertainty and doubt. No, what am I doing today? What am I doing today? You win the war by focusing on today's battle. Understand? So you do that every single time you think about the big, massive thing you need to accomplish. Just be like, okay, cool. I need to do that. Let me get present. You know what I'm saying? Every single time. Because obviously, you know, you're going to have moments where you're thinking about this big outcome and you're imagining your vision, right? But in those moments, you have to quickly remind yourself, okay, stay present, bro. Stay present, bro. Let me go hard today. Let me make sure I'm going hard today. Let me make sure I'm going hard today. And then by doing so, it makes everything digestible. You know what I'm saying? And one last example I kind of want to give you guys here so you guys can understand this more is, if you ever done cardio, right? Whether it's on the treadmill or you're running laps, whatever. Naturally, you're stressed. It's painful. You're running. You're like, damn, this shit going hard. My legs are dying, whatever. So when you think while you're running, and you've probably done this before, when you're thinking about how much more you have to run, how many more laps you have to run, how many more miles you have to run, all of a sudden you just feel another wave of tiredness. You're like, damn, I still got to run all this amount. You know what I'm saying? You feel that extra wave, you feel that discouragement. And it's because the way that the human brain basically works is that it's trying to keep you alive. Like your human brain doesn't want you to do things that are painful because you could die and your brain's trying to keep you alive. So when you think about how much more pain you have to go through for something and you're imagining the distance, like your brain basically says, oh, we got to fucking stop. I can't let you keep running. I can't let you keep going if we're going to go through all this pain. Fuck no. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you have that issue when you think about the distance. But the thing is, if in those moments, when you realize how much more you have to go, you quickly bring yourself back to the present and you're like, no. Let me just keep running. And then you go, you do something, for example, like, and I've done this before where you're like, 1, 2, like for each step that you're taking when you're jogging or running, you're like, all right, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Because what this does is it focuses your brain on the moment. So instead of thinking about how much more distance you have to go, you're just thinking about the direct next step. Once again, you see how this connects to the mountain example I was giving? It makes everything a lot more digestible. And then before you know it, you finish the cardio you needed to do. So in the same way with the mountain example, when you just go hook by hook by hook, before you know it, you reach the peak. You know, rather than staring at the peak or rather than thinking about how much more distance you have to run, you're like, bro, I'm just doing what I need to do today. And then eventually I'm here now. You know, instead of, oh, I'm looking at the peak or I'm thinking about how much longer I have to run. Now I feel this pain and doubt and uncertainty and whatever. When all the power you need is always in the present for whatever you're trying to accomplish. And I've also made another time video on how you guys can interpret time in a way that is beneficial for you, whether that be the past, the present, or the future. So I'll link that down below too. But yeah, man. So this is basically how you make sure that you don't feel overwhelmed when you're trying to accomplish your goals. I want you guys to be able to accomplish massive shit in your life, but you can only do that if you focus on what you're doing today because it's the inputs that lead to the outputs. So the inputs is what matters most. Where are the inputs? In the present. So yeah, man, if you fucked with that shit, like the damn video. If that shit made sense, like the damn video because I want more guys to see this because I want more guys to join the fam. I want more guys to be able to accomplish all their goals. And by understanding these kind of mental models, you can ensure that you're going to win for sure, my nigga. So like the damn video so more guys can see this shit. And of course, subscribe too, because I'm dropping videos like this all the fucking time that can change your entire perspective and beliefs on the world and make the world become something that you use as a tool to accomplish your goals rather than the world like attacking you and you being a little bitch and pussy. So yeah, man, like and subscribe. And with that being said, I'll catch you boys in the next YouTube video. Deuces.